There's something undeniably special about owning a Porsche. The name alone evokes a deep reverence, conjuring images of twisty backroads, spine-tingling exhaust notes, and the kind of precision engineering that's usually reserved for aerospace applications. For many enthusiasts, Porsche isn't just a car brand. It's the pinnacle of driving nirvana. But for all its victories and vaunted pedigree, not every Porsche to wear the crest has been worthy of the legend. Some fell flat, either due to reliability headaches, design missteps, or simply being launched before their time. Others, however, delivered an almost perfect symphony of performance, reliability, and driver engagement. Machines that truly lived up to the Porsche promise. To understand Porsche ownership, you have to accept both sides of the coin. It's not always about dream garages and winding mountain roads. Sometimes, it's about surprise repair bills and questionable engineering decisions. So before you consider that tempting used Cayman or vintage 911, let's explore 3 Porsche models that have left many owners disappointed, and then celebrate 4 that showcase everything Porsche does right. Few cars shook the automotive world like the first-generation Porsche Cayenne did when it debuted in the early 2000s. Porsche purists nearly rioted at the idea of a luxury SUV wearing the same badge as the 911. But Porsche had a business strategy in mind, and as history would show, the Cayenne became a sales juggernaut. However, not all of them are equal, and the earliest V8 models from 2003 to 2006 have proven to be money pits disguised as SUVs. While the Cayenne S and Turbo brought strong performance and aggressive styling, the engineering underneath left much to be desired. The 4.5-liter V8 engines suffered from a slew of reliability issues, including cracked plastic coolant pipes that were prone to catastrophic leaks. Worse still, bore scoring in the cylinders was a known issue that could lead to complete engine failure. Something that didn't just dent your wallet, but flattened it. Combined with faulty air suspensions and notoriously unreliable transfer cases, these early Cayennes demanded constant attention and lavish maintenance budgets. What should have been an everyday performance SUV too often became a driveway ornament waiting for its next expensive visit to the mechanic. Another misstep in Porsche's history came wrapped in the iconic 911 silhouette. The 996 generation 911 Carrera, built from 1999 to 2004. This model marked a major turning point in Porsche's history as it transitioned from the air-cooled engines beloved by purists to more modern, water-cooled power plants. While that move made sense from an engineering and emissions standpoint, the execution wasn't without flaws. Chief among them was the now infamous intermediate shaft bearing, a small but critical component buried deep in the engine. When it failed, which it did far more frequently than Porsche would like to admit, it could obliterate the engine in a matter of seconds. Despite thousands of failures, Porsche never issued a full recall, and owners were left holding the bill for repairs that could run into 5 figures. Beyond the mechanical woes, the 996 also drew criticism for its styling, particularly the fried egg headlights, which lacked the elegance of previous generations. While some enthusiasts have grown to appreciate the 996 over time, especially for its lower price point, it remains a cautionary tale of what can happen when innovation outpaces reliability. If you find the video useful so far, be sure to hit the like button to support us. Also came Porsche's attempt to embrace hybrid technology in the form of the Panamera SE Hybrid, particularly between 2014 and 2016. At first glance, it seemed like a savvy play. Here was a luxury 4-door that promised both performance and eco-consciousness, a nod to changing times and tightening regulations. But the Panamera SE Hybrid struggled to strike the right balance. Its electric range was underwhelming, the hybrid system was plagued by clunky software, and it often felt more like a science project than a seamless luxury car. Many owners found themselves frequently back at the dealer for issues related to the hybrid drivetrain and electronics. While the Panamera lineup would eventually find its footing in later years, this particular model stands as an example of Porsche trying to run before it could walk when it came to alternative powertrains. Of course, it hasn't all been stumbles and service invoices. For every misstep, Porsche has delivered at least 2 or 3 cars that reaffirm its reputation as one of the greatest automotive brands in the world. And few models exemplify this better than the 997.2 generation of the Porsche 911, produced from 2009 to 2012. After the 996 debacle, Porsche went back to the drawing board and refined the 997 with stunning results. The 997.2 ditched the problematic IMS bearing, replacing the engine internals with a much more robust and reliable design. The car also received significant upgrades in terms of interior quality, ride comfort, and overall driving dynamics. It managed to retain the analog feel that purists craved while incorporating just enough modern technology to make it livable on a daily basis. The steering, handling, and throttle response were everything a Porsche should be: sharp, immediate, and deeply rewarding. Whether you chose a base Carrera, the more spirited Carrera S, or the nearly flawless GTS, the 997.2 offered a near-perfect blend of reliability and driving excitement. For those who like their thrills a little more focused and unapologetically raw, the Porsche Cayman GT4 delivered one of the most exhilarating driving experiences of any modern Porsche. Initially released in 2016 and later revisited in 2020, the GT4 took the mid-engine balance of the Cayman and turned it into a precision weapon. It packed a naturally aspirated flat-six engine and was offered exclusively with a 6-speed manual transmission, a true enthusiast spec. Every input felt immediate and deliberate, from the steering to the brakes to the crisp gear changes. Unlike many modern sports cars that prioritize speed above all else, the GT4 was about feel. It wasn't just fast, it was deeply involving. And unlike some of Porsche's early performance cars, the GT4 proved to be mechanically robust, with very few widespread issues reported. It was a car designed by enthusiasts, for enthusiasts, and it continues to appreciate in value and reputation with every passing year. If the GT4 is a purist's track toy, the Porsche Macan is its real-world counterpart. Introduced as a compact luxury SUV, the Macan could have easily been a bland, mass-market cash grab. Instead, it turned out to be one of the most well-rounded vehicles Porsche has ever built. Models produced between 2017 and 2021 in particular hit the sweet spot in terms of reliability, interior quality, and overall driving feel. Unlike most SUVs, which float and wallow around corners, the Macan handled more like a hot hatch, precise, planted, and genuinely fun to drive. The S and GTS trims offered punchy turbocharged performance, while the chassis and suspension tuning made you forget you were driving something that could haul groceries and kids. The interior felt unmistakably Porsche, and perhaps most importantly, the Macan avoided many of the catastrophic reliability issues that plagued earlier Porsche SUVs. It's the perfect solution for buyers who want daily usability without sacrificing brand heritage or driving enjoyment. Rounding out the best of Porsche is the 997.1 generation 911 Turbo, built from 2007 to 2009. While the base 997 Carreras of this era still carried some mechanical baggage, the turbo version stood in a league of its own. At the heart of the 997 Turbo was the legendary Mesger engine, a power plant derived from Porsche's motorsport program. Unlike the standard engines of the time, the Mesger was a gem, robust, powerful, and blissfully free from IMS-related nightmares. With over 470 horsepower on tap and all-wheel drive for added grip, the 997 Turbo offered supercar performance in a package that you could drive every day. Its acceleration was brutal, its handling sublime, and its reliability astonishing for a car of its capabilities. Even today, it remains one of the most sought-after 911s in the used market, not just because of its performance, but because it represents the end of an era before Porsche went all in on dual-clutch gearboxes and electric steering systems. The 997 Turbo is visceral, analog, and deeply rewarding in a way that modern 911 often struggle to replicate. So what does all this mean for the hopeful Porsche buyer? It means doing your homework matters. Just because it wears a Porsche badge doesn't mean it's immune to failure. The brand has had its growing pains, especially when venturing into new territories like hybrid systems or luxury SUVs. But when Porsche leans into what it does best, building focused, precise, performance-driven machines, the results are nothing short of extraordinary. Models like the early Cayenne V8, the 996 Carrera, and the Panamera SE Hybrid serve as cautionary tales, reminders that even the most celebrated carmakers can stumble. On the other hand, the 997.2 Carrera, Cayman GT4, Macan, and 997 Turbo showcase Porsche at its finest, delivering not just driving excellence but also long-term satisfaction. The used market reflects this reality as well. Problematic models often sell for a fraction of the cost but come with potentially massive repair bills, while the truly great Porsches continue to hold their value and attract loyal followers. Porsche ownership isn't just about speed or prestige, It's about emotion, connection, and mechanical artistry. When you choose the right model, there's nothing else quite like it. You'll understand why, for many drivers, once you go Porsche, there's no turning back. If you found the video useful, be sure to hit the like button to support us. Here's another insightful video for you.